Hello and welcome to the online classes of computer science with Python. This is Renuka and today we are going to discuss about list in Python. So what is the definition of list and how a list can be created, indexing of list elements, then how to assess elements of a list slicing and changing elements in a list comprehension, list membership test, joining of two lists and list constructor. These all we are going to discuss in our today's session. So very first point is what is a list. Out of various data types, list is a compound data type. Compound means it consists of many other types of data types. It is not of same type of data collection, but in list data type various type of data can be collected, so that's why it is known as compound data type. So for example, L1 is equal to apple, banana and cherry, so it is having three strings in one, that is list. So list is always enclosed in square brackets and it is not a homogeneous data type. Homogeneous means always it is not necessary that it is always containing same type of data. Like it, in a list there could be integer, there could be string, there could be float, so variety of objects can be there. Lists are mutable. Mutable means that the value stored in a list can be changed. Unlike in strings, strings are fixed. As we discussed in our previous video, strings are fixed, but in list we can make changes. So lists are mutable. Lists in Python are ordered and have a definite count. Lists allow duplication of elements. Duplication means suppose two entries in a list are 4 comma 4 comma 7, so that is also possible. So other than the characteristic of list, now we will discuss about how to create a list, how we can create a list. So various methods of creating a list, but every time we create a list is shown with the help of square brackets. So for empty list, the square brackets will be blank, and in this way we can assign empty list to emp. So emp is having no elements but only a empty list. Then list of integers. So if we enclose some integers in square brackets separated by a comma and assign that to some name, so that is list of integers. Then list of mixed data types. As we discussed earlier, that list is not a homogeneous type, means it contains different elements of different data types like integer, string, float, so all enclosed in double quotes and assigned a name. So emp here is a list with mixed data types. Then list within a list is also possible, and that is known as nested list. One of the item of list, one of the element of list can also be a list itself. So it is mouse, one string element, then list, and then another list with one character, that is a. So all these are enclosed in square brackets and assigned one name. So this is the example of nested list, list within list. So these are the different ways a list can be created. Next is indexing of list, how list is represented in memory space. So as similar to strings, lists are represented with index 0, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So all the elements are stored in continuous memory locations with index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you are referencing the list from the right hand side, then the indexing will be -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, like this. So that is known as negative index. So always the first element will have an index 0 in a list. Now how to assess these elements from a list? As we discussed in string, it is very much similar to the string how we assess the elements. So this is list example, my list, and it is having PROBE as strings in it. Now if we say my underscore list 0, it will show the first character, that is P. So P is at 0 index, R at 1, O at 2, then 3, and then 4. So likewise, if I say my underscore list 2, so at 2 index there is O. So output is O. My underscore list 4, so in that case 4 index it is having E, so output is E. Now how to assess nested list elements? Suppose n underscore list is an example of nested list. So in that case elements are happy and another list, that is 2015. So this is nested list within a list. Now if I say n underscore list and 0 comma 0 and 1 in square brackets, so 0 is what? The index, first element, so that is 0. Now first element itself is a collection of character, so from them this is the nested list indexing 1 2 3 4. So for the 0 element, the next first element is A, so it is showing A. So first index is for the element of the list and second index is for the element inside the list. So next example is n underscore list, that is 1 comma 1 and 3. 1 is for this list. For outer list the elements index is 0 and 1. 0 is for happy and 1 is for this sublist. Now this sublist is having at one index is having many elements with index subindex 0 1 2 3. So for one index and subindex 3 the element is 5. So first is main index and then is subindex, means index of the element which is represented as list. So that is 1 and 3, so it is 5. So this is how we can assess the elements of a list. Now it is not always like this, we want only one element, we can assess elements in between from the string also, and then they can be 2 3 or 4 elements. So suppose there is a list 0 1 2 3 4 5. Now 0 1 2 3 4 5, and if I say list 0, so wait a minute, if I say list 0, so that is the first element. If I say list 1, that is the second element. So this is how we can assess only one element. Now suppose I say list 0 colon, means starting from the 0 index but ending index is not mentioned. So in that case whole list will be printed. So this is 1, this is 2 index, this is 3 4 5. So if I don't mention any starting or ending index, only colon is there, that means also again all the elements of the list will be printed. Then 2 comma 4, starting from 2 index to 4, not 4 means less than 4. So upper limit is not included here, as we discussed in string also, upper limit is not included. So the elements 2 and 3 will be selected. Then 1 colon 3 means starting from 1 to 2, not 3. Upper limit is not included, so 1 is 1 and 2. Then no starting, ending at 4. Ending at 4 means till 3 we want. So 0 1 2 and 3. Always remember upper limit is not included, one less than the upper limit of that index will be included. So this is how slicing. Then how to change or add elements to a list. As we discussed in the beginning that lists are mutable. Mutable means we can make changes in the list. Now suppose there is a list odd 2 4 6 8 and we want to replace the element 2 with 1. So by chance it is written 2 and we want to change it with 1. So what will be the statement? Odd 0 is equal to 1, means at index 0 now the element will be replaced by 1. So when you will give print command, what will be the output? 1 comma 4 comma 6 comma 8. So this is how list can be changed. So that means list is mutable. So with the help of assignment operator, we can change the items or values of the items in the list. Now to change second to fourth elements. So second to fourth, for second element the index is 1, and for fourth the index is 3. So we want to change 4, 6, 8, all these three elements. So odd 1 colon 4 and equals to, in the list form give the new elements 3, 5 and 7. Now when we'll print the list, our new list will be 1. Initially it was changed, so 1 and 3 comma 5 comma 7. So these will be the new elements of the list. So with the help of assignment operator, we can change the elements of a list. Then comes the elegant way, or we can say the list comprehension to create new list. List comprehension to create a new list. With the help of calculations, we can create a new list. It is not like that we always assign the elements of a list. We can form a list also with an expression. So here the expression is 2 raised to power x for x in range 10. So range 10 means, what is the meaning of this? So that the values will be 0, 1, 2, likewise till 9. So 1 value it will take, and it will find the power of 2. So initially x will be 0, so 2 raised to power 0 is 1. Then it will print 1, then again go up, x is 1 and 2 raised to power 1 is 2. Again go up, next is 2, x is 2, so 2 raised to power 2 is 4. So likewise it will continue, in the end 2 raised to power 9, and it is 512. So this is how, with the help of any expression, you can create a list. So that is known as list comprehension. Now comes list membership test, whether the element is present in a list or not. Suppose we want to search, in this given example, this is list, and we want to search whether P is in list 1 or not. So if I say print P in L1, so P is present in L1, in that case the answer is true, and true will be printed. Now check A in L1. A is not there in L1, in that case it will result into false, and print statement will print the false. Now C not in L1, C not in L1. So two membership operators are in and not in. So not in मतलब कि नहीं है, C नहीं है list 1 में, L1 में. So C is not in L1, this is true, there is no C in L1. So in that case the answer is true. So membership operators are in and not in, and they are used to check whether the given item is present in the list or not. Now next is joining two lists. We have two lists, and we can combine the elements of these lists with the help of plus operator. This is combining the elements, not adding. Here plus will, like in strings, plus operator was doing concatenation, means joining two strings. Here also plus operator is joining two list. So first elements of list 1, then elements of list 2, and combined they will form list 3. So that is known as joining two list, or also known as concatenating two list. Then list constructor. We can create a list with the help of list constructor. If we are not using square brackets, we can use round brackets, list items, again round brackets, and out that we can use list. So second round brackets are for this list constructor. Inside this list constructor we can mention the list items in brackets, and then we can print the list. So please take care of note that if you are using list constructor, in that case double round brackets will be used. So that is the use of list constructor. Thank you. Next video we will discuss about the functions we can use in list.